we have our phones in our faces 24/7. It was interesting what you said, Dr. Peterson, about turning them off before bed. I find it very challenging. I'm checking Slack and email and Instagram from the moment I go to sleep to the moment I wake up. But that's not healthy. Is there some happy medium where we can stay connected with our gadgets, but also connect with people we really love and care about?
Yeah, definitely. So I think that to really connect with people, we all know, well, gee, you should turn off your smartphone when you're around your friends or something like that. But I think for many of us, we get so overwhelmed and so mentally frazzled. We're always being pinged by something in our phone that when you put us in front of a real life person and say, okay, relate, have an intimate, authentic conversation, then it can almost just feel like a little bit overwhelming. So what I suggest are a few tips. So for example, when you do, turn off your phone and look at someone and you want to connect with them, maybe start by asking them what's the high and low of your day today. Or even if you're just by yourself and you're trying to unpack and connect with yourself, to ask, what was the high and low of my day today? Or if you're with your spouse or a good friend and you're trying to figure out, again, how to really plug into them, you can silently ask yourself, how was their day yesterday? Because that will give you a little bit of a cognitive riddle that will force you to start thinking about that other person and their day a little bit, which will trigger you to then say, oh yeah, they had that meeting yesterday. I think I'll ask them how that meeting went, and then that really helps you to get the ball rolling. One last tip for when you're really frazzled and maybe you're just trying to connect with somebody in front of you and it's like your mind is just kind of numb from all that input, is to just silently name to yourself the physical characteristics of that person. So Liz, if I were doing this with you right now, I would just silently say, oh, blonde hair, brown sweater, turtleneck, and it forces my mind in a very simple, concrete way to focus on you. Now, obviously, we want to take it deeper than that, but if we were having a conversation and I felt so numb that I couldn't even really fully absorb what you were saying, I would track myself onto it by first noticing every physical characteristic.